Hey guys, welcome back to Champlin Garage. I'm sorry I haven't been on here in a very long time, and in that time, absolutely zero work has been done to the Duramax. I got a different job, was doing some different things, and just didn't put the time or effort into this truck. In that time, however, I did get some more parts for the truck. I got a front axle, some leaf springs, so we're hopefully going to get the front of this truck jacked up and four-wheel drive here before long. I'm going to go ahead and show you what we got and show you what we got to do to make it work. Now, if you remember from the last videos on this truck, the axle, the leaf springs, all the suspension in the rear is from a donor Duramax, and that kicked the rear end of this truck way up in the air. And the front of the truck is still on the stock two-wheel drive suspension cradle. So this truck sits with a really high rake on it. The front end is way lower than the back. Now to fix that, I got this front axle out of a 2008 Ford F350 single wheel that we will be completely taking the whole cradle out the front of this truck and replacing it with leaf springs and this front axle. That'll also allow us to be able to lift this truck more in the front if needed to match the rear. And with the differential being on the same driver's side as the Duramax transmission, we'll be able to hook up a drive shaft and have a true four-wheel drive truck. Now before I can throw this in there, in order to make leaf spring purchase fit on this axle, we have to cut out all the casting for how it was in the Ford stock. So we'll be cutting all this off, taking 2 inches off of the casting of the differential itself. And then on the passenger side, got to take all this off and all this off. That way we can have leaf spring perches that sit on top. So I'm going to bring the torch out, start cutting this off and cleaning this axle up. All right guys, so we went ahead and cut the control arm mounts off either side. This side was really easy. It was all mild steel. I was able to torch it off. But over on this side, it was all cast. And so we had to use the grinder, take 2 inches of this tubing off and then clean everything up to get it to where it sort of looks like it was never there. I'll go back and clean all this up with a flap disc later on. We're going to wait until we're ready to paint it for that. We still have to weld on the leaf spring perches and get everything situated under the truck before I do that. So for now, I'm going to throw those axle shafts back in, put the hubs back on, and we will get this ready to go up underneath the truck. A couple days later, and the axles rolled underneath the truck. I bought these brackets, that way everything's adjustable, because these are actually square body springs, so they're a little bit longer. So if I was ever to change anything out, I have full adjustment and can also move the wheels forward and back, whatever I need. These are tacked in place and everything should be lined up in the center of the wheel well. So we got our springs mounted in at the front, sitting on our leaf spring pads, and then for the rear, I wanted to make them adjustable too. So I went ahead and made my own shackles, because this whole setup is way different than how these trucks came four-wheel drive. I made my own shackles, that way everything's adjustable in height, and making them that way, I was able to put these plates back here too, so I can adjust the angle of that shackle, I can adjust the height of the truck, and whatever I need. And since these axles are wider than what the truck originally came with, I have to mount these mounts on the outside of the frame. So this mount will be up in here to where the bolts still have clearance, and there will be just enough room to get a nut between that plate and the frame. And get these plates up where they need to be, tack them up, and once they're tacked and situated, I'll go ahead, brace, weld everything out, and we should be able to bolt this axle up and put the weight of the truck on it. And here we have the finished product. It ended up a lot taller than I anticipated, but by the time we got this leaf pack in here, I ended up throwing an add-a-leaf inside of here just to help support the weight of this engine. We got all the supports mounted in, bolted in, the axles bolted in, had to notch out a little section for that U-bolt, so you can see there. And once I was done with the front, the rear obviously had to come up because it was squatting like crazy. So we threw in these 6-inch lift blocks, and that put quite a bit of angle on this drive shaft, but it should still be all right. I'll end up having to get a longer one made when I'm said and done with this truck. But once we got that lift in, it got this truck sitting right. It has a little bit of rake to it, so once we get the weight of a bed, a couple things back there, it should level back out. All right, and now we have the truck completed. Things bolted together, all the steering's done, all the suspension's done, shocks are in, and it is ready to go and drive. So I just finished up this Super Duty Dana 60 swap. I didn't record a lot of what I did because almost every part of it, I didn't know exactly if it was gonna work. So I decided to wait till the end. Had a couple different trial and error things, but now I have it to where everything works. The truck drives, the truck steers, and it doesn't ride terrible. So I'm gonna walk through, show you everything I did to make this work underneath this truck. All right, so to start off, we have that Super Duty axle. Got it all cut down, cleaned up. I used lifted leaf springs from a square body with an add-a-leaf. Had to move them outside the frame with custom mounts and a custom shackle to get it wide enough to fit this axle. And then I had to make an entire custom steering kit for this truck. So we got on Barnes 4-wheel drive. They had a kit, comes with tubing, comes with heim joints. I did offset heims, fit on this bottom one just like the stock Ford piece does. And then this top one, I had to bend up the slight angle and come back to hit the steering box so that it would fit underneath those leaf springs and nothing would bind up. And then we have a simple track bar coming from a frame mount up there down to the leaf spring plate over here. Welded in tabs, threw shocks in there, threw on a rough country steering stabilizer, and this thing is done. It steers pretty nice, it doesn't ride too rough, and everything works as it should. And as you can see, it lifted the front end of this way up. I had 16-inch Ford wheels, but once I threw the brakes on, the 16-inch wouldn't fit, so I found these on Marketplace, threw them on for now, and the truck is now sitting exactly as it needs to. Had to lift the back 6 inches and put an add-a-leaf back there. And of course, I'll have to get a matching set of wheels. The front's a Ford lug pattern, the back is a new Chevy pattern, but we're gonna end up dualing the rear and throwing some 37s on this thing. So it should get a little bit more height, fill up that wheel well a little bit better, and then we'll be able to finish this thing up. I'm gonna end the video off there. There's some other things this truck needs. Right now it does run and drive. I can drive it around town. As soon as we can get it back into a shop, I'll start building a bed, dually it out, wheels and tires, get this thing knocked out here pretty soon. So with that being said, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. We should have some more videos on this coming out here before long. Thank you.